Hello YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in and checking out my channel once again. If you guys are not subscribed, please do subscribe right now. Like my video, watch some of my other videos. If you guys have any feedback for me, any questions, comments, or anything, please make sure that you leave them below. I would really like to get to know you guys. Today is going to be a nice little haul. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I can, but it will be a little bit chit chat, so it will be kind of long. So I do suggest that if you decide that you want to kind of grab something to eat, get comfortable, get your iPad, position it correctly or whatever. I don't know what you're watching on, but whatever you need to do, just get comfortable because we're going to be here for a minute. I have a lot of products that I've purchased and I just kind of want to go over it with you. Now I did just film this and I got all the way down to my last 3 products and my camera wasn't recording. So yeah, it's like 3:50 in the morning and I'm tired and I have to be at work in like 5 hours or something like that. So if I tend to get a little delusional, it's probably the Red Bull. I'm trying here. Alright, I do this because I love it. One of the first things that I'm going to start with is going to be skincare. So one of the things that I recently purchased, I purchased this from Kohl's, and it is Green Spout Botanicals. I did purchase this only because it was 90% off, so I got it for $3.55. And it is a restoring nighttime facial serum. And it's supposed to help you with your fine lines and stuff. And of course, since I'm getting older, I'm starting to get the little smile lines here and a couple of lines on my forehead. Nothing too dramatic, but if I can stop them before they start, I definitely want to do that. So this was a great purchase. I hope it works. I really hope it works. I will let you guys know in a follow-up video or something what I thought about it. I did not purchase any other products by them. I just got this one. And I'm going to stop using my nighttime cream that I use right now, which is actually by Avon. This helps me with my pores. The Rejuvenate. That's what I normally use at night. So I'm going to stop using that and I'm going to start using this to see how it works for me. Alright, moving on. I use those Biore pore strips. I'm sure most of you guys do use the Biore pore strips. So I do use the Biore pore strips. And I decided this time that I was going to get these. It's called Nu-Pore. And they have 3 cleansing strips. They are $1 at the dollar store. And then these here are the nose strips. And they are also $1. So you get 3 nose strips and then 3 of the face strips that you can use on either your forehead or your chin. So this was something that I really wanted to try out. Also, they had eye patches. I've never tried their eye patches either. So I'm going to try out the eye patches and we'll see how that works out. It is supposed to contain aloe vera extract and it claims to revitalize and refresh to brighten eyes. So hopefully this will work out for me. I have been using a coffee bean cream under my eyes. But I'll see if this works for me, if it does anything for me. If not, I won't purchase it again. It was only $1, no big deal. Next thing I purchased is not really about skincare, but this is about makeup brushes. This stuff here is called Zote. So you can purchase this at Walmart. I believe it's like $3 or something at Walmart, maybe $2. I honestly have no idea how much it costs at Walmart. I did purchase one already, and it's like twice the size of this if you purchase the one at Walmart. But I do use this to wash my brushes with. This was 59 cents at the 99-cent store. So I went ahead and picked up a couple of these just so that I would have them to do my brushes with. And there's nothing like having a backup of soap and you run out of soap and you don't have anything to wash your brushes with and you're using dishwashing liquid or something. So this is definitely a go for me. Moving on, we're going to talk about concealers. So I have these LA Girl Pro Conceal. Now I'm trying to make myself love these. I do not care for them at all. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. Never really cared for them. I did purchase 3 of them in 3 different colors. And I want to make myself love them because everybody else raves about them. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because I don't like them like that. They're not a bad concealer. The one that I do have, I usually use for my eyebrow highlight when I want a bright It's in medium beige, I think it is. But I use that underneath my brows whenever I want like a bright underbrow. I tried using it as a concealer, but it didn't work. But I thought maybe it's because I had the wrong shade, because the store that I bought it from didn't have as many shades. So the beauty supply I went to this time, they had a lot of shades. So I grabbed a couple. I grabbed Cool Tan, Toffee, and also the Dark Cocoa. The Dark Cocoa I got for contouring. So I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Probably in about January or something, I'll start wearing it more often. I'm going to do my 100 days of makeup starting January 1st. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm sure I'll get use out of these doing my 100 days of makeup. So I did purchase 2 concealers by the Balm for $3.60 at Kohl's. These here, they still sell these. They retail for $18. And I don't know if they changed the formulation or if they just changed the color shades or if these were just older. I have no idea. But it's a concealer and it comes with a little sponge on top. So on the concealer, it comes with a little sponge. So I did get the color in Just Before Dark and also the color in Dark. I did not only purchase this because they were $3.60. Actually, what it is I already had this product by the Balm. I use it for my eyebrows and I also use it for underneath my eyes sometimes. I do feel like they blend out better with a brush than they do with a beauty blender. So I do purchase these. I do like them. I like the product. I like the consistency, especially for a pot concealer, because most pot concealers are really heavy under your eyes and this one is very light and it like blends out seamlessly. So I do like this product. We'll move into foundations. So I did purchase this one here by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I purchased this. It is the Stick Foundation. I hear a lot of bad reviews about this, so of course I had to purchase it because I wanted to know, how can ABH make something so horrible that people are talking so badly about? And so I purchased it, and it is in the color Chestnut, and that's the stick. It's not a lot of product in it. It's only $25. You're supposed to use less product than what you would use with a liquid foundation. And I found that it went on, it blended out easily. It was just a tad bit patchy, but I just added more product in that area, blended it out. It was fine. So I need to find the best way to blend it, I'm sure. I did not read the instructions. I just realized they had instructions in here. So I didn't read the instructions, so maybe I'll go back and read the instructions before I use it again. The shade is a tad bit too dark for me because I've lightened up since I bought it. It's wintertime now. But I'm going to go purchase the shade before this and mix the two and see if I can make it my perfect shade for right now. So this is ABH. I want this to work for me badly. I really do want this to work. But I'm really excited about it. So, my Holy Grail foundation is going to be my Smashbox Studio Skin in the shade 4.1. So, since my Holy Grail is Smashbox Studio Skin in the shade 4.1, if any of you guys use Smashbox Studio Skin, you know the shade was discontinued. They discontinued 2 shades and one of them happened to be mine. Very disappointing, especially since I am probably like the biggest Smashbox advocate ever, okay? I love everything Smashbox. Everyone hates their eyeshadows. I rather like their eyeshadows. Everyone hates their primers. I rather like their primers. So not everyone, they wouldn't sell if everyone hated them. But I hear a lot of bad reviews about these products. Personally, I've liked pretty much everything I've tried by Smashbox. So it was very disappointing that they would discontinue my shade. Yes, Smashbox, this is for you. I'm asking you, please bring back my 4.1 in my regular shade. I need it back. I need it bad. I love this shade, whatever formulation. If you can't, just send me like 4 or 5 bottles and we won't have any issues, okay? So if you guys have any foundation suggestions of what I could possibly get that would be something like the Smashbox Studio Skin, or if you know anything, or if you know a shade that I can get, I think I'm going to have to buy the 4.0 and the 4.05 and mix the two to get my shade. That's what I'm thinking that I'm going to have to do, but I'll figure it out whenever I run out of my foundation. Hopefully I don't have to. Hopefully someone will find a bottle of 4.1 and send it to me. Hint, hint. Okay, so this is the Becca foundation here. This is what I got instead. when I went in there and I told the girl that they didn't sell my foundation anymore and I wanted a foundation, she suggested this. It is in the color Cafe. I do love this packaging. I really, really like this packaging. Like crazy like this packaging. The only thing I don't like about the packaging is you can't tell if you're almost done. So that's going to be kind of disappointing to go pump and then no more foundation. Yeah, that's not going to be cool. But it is what it is, I guess. This is the Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream, and it is in the color Cafe. I think this may be a little off for me in shades. The girl who tried it on me, we tried it on in the store. The store was kind of dim. So I'm wondering if this is really going to be my shade at the end of the day, but we will find out. And if not, I'll just take it back and go get another one. This is an eyeshadow primer. This is by Smashbox. Again, it is one of my holy grails. It is my holy grail eyeshadow primer. I like this one because it doesn't change the color of your lid. So like the Urban Decay one and the Lorac one tend to change the color of my lid. They leave like a white cast on my lid. They work. Believe me, they work. They keep your eyeshadow on. They don't crease. I love the product. However, whenever I am doing certain shades, I don't want that cast on my lid. So I will definitely reach for this. This is my favorite and it works great. So the next product in my haul is going to be the Too Faced HangOver Primer. So that is this one here. So this HangOver primer is a nourishing primer. It's like a moisturizing primer. So you have different primers, face primers. They're supposed to hold your makeup in place and keep you from either getting matte, getting oily, moisturize your face, color correct your face, different things like that. So you have primers for different reasons. Most face primers for foundation are supposed to maintain your makeup. So that's what this does, as well as it nourishes your skin. Now I have combination oily skin, as I've said a couple times before. And with my combination oily skin, I get oily in my T-zone and I stay normal. Tend to be more normal on my cheeks and the sides of my face. Now, there are times when things happen and my skin becomes dry. Like over the summer, I went on a cruise and I spent a lot of time in the sun and the salt water and all that stuff, and it took a lot of the moisture out of my face. And I literally had, also after being sunburnt from being out at the beach and everything, and I literally had peeling skin. It was dry. Everything was just horrible. Skin discoloration, and none of my primers were working for me, and my foundations weren't fitting, and I was very disappointed. I actually ended up getting a sample of the HangOver primer. I got the sample of the HangOver primer. I used it. I loved it. I bought the whole bottle, and I figured wintertime was coming, and there are times in the winter where my skin does not want to act right, so if it's not acting right, I have this as a backup. Other than that, I do use my Stila One Step. That is my favorite. That's my Holy Grail primer. But I definitely love this HangOver. Moving on, I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is an awesome duo here. So you get 2 All Nighter setting sprays, and they are $39. And they came out with these last year at Christmas time, and they did it again this year. And I missed out on them last year. I put them in my cart, and then when I went to order, they were gone. So I did get them this year, and I was very happy about being able to get this product. $39, and then I got it in the VIB sale, and so that's another 20% off during the VIB sale that you get it. So that was an excellent price. These retail at $30 a bottle, and you get 2 of them. So if they do this again next year, definitely do not miss out on this, especially if you like this setting spray. Moving on to pencils. I have 2 brow products that I recently purchased. One is a Stila Stay All Day Brow Gel. Now, it came in this little box, and it does come with a brush, and it comes with the tube. Here's the brush. So the brush has a spoolie on the end and a brush on the other end. And then it has the Stila. Now, this is in the color dark brown, and I'm going to tell you something about this product, and it's very disappointing. I just got it. It is this much product in this tube, and this much of this tube is completely empty. Like, I can see it with all my lighting, and like literally this much of this tube is completely empty. That's really disappointing, especially when you're paying, I think it retails at like $20-something. But I only paid $12.97 for it at Nordstrom's rack, so I'm not going to make a big deal about it. But that's kind of disappointing. Alright, the other brow product I purchased was the Percisely My Brow Pencil. I will say that if you have not tried this pencil, this is definitely a go get it pencil. I do have the Goof Proof pencil, but I decided once I got the Goof Proof, I said, well, let me try the Percisely My Brow because my best friend raves about it. So I went to the store and I was at Sephora and I kind of put it on my brow. Took me like less than a minute to do one brow, and I was so ecstatic because it usually takes me a while to do my brows. I didn't have to clean it up or anything, so I figured that would be great for an everyday look. So I went ahead and purchased it, but it's great for an everyday look. It's great for a nice look. I still like my ABH Dip Brow. However, this pencil, if I'm going for a pencil, is definitely going to be this one. My Goof Proof kind of got tossed to the side afterwards, and the only difference, I think the formulation is the same. They both have spoolies on the end. The only difference in them is the tips. So it's a fine point on the Precisely My Brow, and the Goof Proof has more like a triangular type tip. Moving on to eyeliners, I do have the Tarte eyeliner. I purchased this Tarte eyeliner. It is a Tarte High Performance Naturals. It's a precision longwear liner. It is like a liquid liner with a felt tip. This is an excellent liner. I did try it out in the store before I purchased it, and I love this liner. I do have the Tarte's, the paint inside of the little tube. I love it. I absolutely love it. I use it in my waterline. I use it to do my wing liner. I use it just over my eye. It's amazing. So I am sure that I'm going to love this one just as much. Like I said, when I used it at the store, it swatched really pretty. It was a nice black. It dried matte. So I'm definitely excited to get this. Another eyeliner I got was from Julep. It is When Pencil Met Gel. I do have a lot of Julep liners, mostly in black. However, this one came. It is in the color Smoky Plum. It is a nice little purple shade, and I'll go ahead and swatch that here for you. If you guys can see that nice little purple shade. So it's really, really pretty, and I'm so excited to try this out. Cool tone, so it will definitely get used. I got the Mario Badescu. This is a facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. It's kind of like does the same thing as the Smashbox primer water. It's just kind of like a refreshing spray or one to set your makeup, or you can use it as a hydrating spray, different things like that. So this is a product that I'm fixing to try out now and see how it works for me, and I'll let you guys know if I get any positive or negative reviews from it. I also purchased the Laura Mercier. This is the translucent powder, and I purchased a small one. I do use the e.l.f. High Definition powder in the color yellow. That is my favorite powder. I do not have Sacha Buttercup, and I do not have the Benai powder. I will not purchase the Benai. I do plan on purchasing the Sacha Buttercup. I believe they're supposed to have a 20% off sale or something like that for Black Friday, so I'll probably go ahead and get it then. So I will let you guys know what I think the difference is. But I do like my e.l.f. powder. I did purchase this just so that I would have it for travel. I am going to get the bigger size because I missed getting it inside the VIB sale this time. Because I read somewhere that they were going to allow Rouge to shop during the VIB sale. However, they did not allow Rouge to shop during the VIB sale. So I've got some of my stuff at the beginning, and I was going to get the other stuff the following week when I got paid. However, I ended up not getting it. I would have just put it all on my credit card if I had known. But I didn't know, and so I didn't want to put it all on my credit card, so I ended up missing out on a lot of things. So this was something I did miss out on. Very disappointing. But I do have this, and now I have a small compact so that I can transfer product over into it if I want to travel with it. So that's excellent. So this is the Buxom Mascara that I just purchased, and it says that it separates and defines and intensely volumizes lashes. I've not tried this. It'll be a minute before I do try this because I do have a lot of mascaras that I got to get through. But this is going to go inside of my mascara drawer. I think I have about 32 mascaras, and I've got like 8 open. So I do not want to open up another mascara until I start trashing some of the ones I have open. Okay, so I did get the 500 point Buxom set. And inside of that set, I did get another one of those mascaras that I had already purchased. So I do have another mascara. I also got a lip polish by Buxom. It is in the color Sugar. And I'll go ahead and swatch that for you. It's really like a gloss, so I mean it probably won't swatch too much. but it's swatched right over that purple line, if you guys can see that at all. It's more like a gloss, and it's kind of nude and a little shimmery, so it's just something I would put on. I love their lip polishes. I probably would not have purchased that color, but it's fine to put over a nude lip. And this is called Instigator, and this came inside of that set, and I'm going to swatch that for you there, right above that lip gloss. Instigator. That's a nice color. I will definitely wear that color. And then last but definitely not least, it came with an eyeshadow. This is a beautiful eyeshadow. I love Buxom shadows. They have like great pigmentation. And I'm just going to swatch this one here right below that purple line for you. It's a nice little color. It's like kind of brownish, but it's got like a rose undertone to it, which makes it really pretty. Also got an Urban Decay blush in the color Rapture. This is my first and only Urban Decay blush. It does not have a mirror. That is the shade. It's a nice little pinky shade. It is so soft. Amazing. Alright, I swatched it right over that color Rapture, if you can see that at all. So it's right here. So it's a nice shade, and I can't wait to wear that. I'll definitely be wearing this soon. Also got a brush. I do try to purchase at least 1 to 2 IT Cosmetic brushes in a month. I do love IT Cosmetic brushes. I have not been failed or disappointed by one that I've purchased yet. So this one here is a mineral buffing, and I bought this because I had bought a compact by Tarte, I believe it was. I bought a face powder by Tarte, and I'm trying to come up with an everyday routine, like 10-15 minute makeup routine. If someone can help me with that. I watch videos, but there's no way I can do all the things that they do, because honestly speaking, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I need to find something very easy, very simple that makes me look nice and pretty without all the extra bells and whistles. Like, I can't do highlighting and contouring and all that stuff. I'm too much of a perfectionist with those things. I always find flaws in my face 24/7. So I'm my biggest critic. And at the end of the day, I can't perfect a 5-minute face like other people's 5-minute faces. It's just not going to happen. But if you guys have any suggestions of things to do that you feel like maximize your look, then let me know. I mean, I figure eyeliner, eyebrows. I just don't know about not going without eyeshadow, which is one of my issues. And definitely, I mean, a liquid lipstick shouldn't take that long to put on. So, I don't know. But then you talk about blush. Do you wear blush or do you not wear blush? Do you put on foundation? Do you not put on foundation? If I'm using powder foundation, do I still put blush on top of that? I can't really I don't know. It's just so much. So we're going to let that go. But I do like IT Cosmetics brushes. At Nordstrom's Rack, I also got another brush set. It is a Morphe Brush Set. I love this, and I'm going to take this with me to travel. It comes inside of this zip-up container, and it has pockets, and these are all just brushes, and these are all brand new. None of them have been used yet. And so I think I'm going to take this with me on my trip. I'm leaving tomorrow to go to grandmother's house for Thanksgiving. So I think I'm going to end up taking this with me. I'll probably add a couple of brushes to either this or another brush roll. Add a couple of brushes, and I'll go ahead and grab this and take it with me so that I can have my face. And I don't have to, like, try to figure out other brushes. So I'm going to give these a try over the weekend, but I'm going to get some of my tested and true favorites. That way, in case these don't work the way I need them to, I still got my stuff. So, but I'm very excited to try these out. I'll let you know how they worked out for me. So one of my other purchases is the Lorac Pro Contour Palette. So I did purchase this palette, and it came with a brush here. So it's a nice little brush. It's pretty thin. It's not a really thick brush. So I do like that, and it's probably great for that nice little contour. The only thing that concerns me with this is the shades. I'm not sure that these shades are deep enough for me. So it does have a mirror, and then these are the shades. I mean, I know this one I could probably use, but I'm just not sure that they're really going to work for me. But we'll see what happens. If you're darker than me or my shade and you have used this, please comment below and let me know. and let me know what you thought about it, or if you have another palette that you like. I do have the Makeup Shayla Tarte's palette, so that is one that I was able to get my hands on, so I do like that palette. It also came with a booklet that kind of tells you about contouring your face and stuff like that, so I'll make sure to get a little bit of read out of that too. So we're going to move over into one of my favorite brands. It is not my favorite brand. Urban Decay is actually my favorite brand so far. But it is up in the top 3 to 4. And it is Lorac. Lorac came out with liquid lipsticks. And by golly, they're only available at Kohl's. So if you have a Kohl's, do check them out. I did purchase 3 shades. So these are the liquid lipsticks here that I purchased. They come inside of these boxes. Just nice little black packaging. I'm going to go ahead and swatch these for you. However, I'm going to swatch them on my inner arm because they are matte and they have a hard time coming off. And it's going to take me a while to scrub that off, so I don't want it to be on the back of my hand because I want to swatch some palettes in a minute. So this here is the shade Mulberry. This shade here is Deep Burgundy. And then this last shade here is Plum Brown. So if you guys can see those shades. But these are $19 a piece. So I could only afford to get 3 of them when I got them. There are 2 more shades that I want to get. So I'll probably be purchasing those in the month of December sometime. But these are well worth the investment. They are drying if you don't like the drying. They're the ones that dry and get a little bit sticky after they dry. It doesn't bother me. Some people it bothers. So if that bothers you, I would suggest that you maybe get 1. See if you like it. If you don't get any more. But I personally like the formula. I like the way that it stays on my lips and it doesn't bother me. Sticking with Lorac, they also came out with this Social Affair lipstick kit for the holidays. It has 5 shades in it and they are full-size lipsticks, and from what I hear, they are all limited edition. So if these are all limited edition, that's a really good deal. There's not a shade in here that I felt like I would not just wear. Some of them, like 2 of them, I think I'd have to put like a liner with it. But the other 3, I think I could wear even without a liner. So this is nice. Madison, I think is her name. Madison did a swatch on these. But I'll insert a photo of someone swatching it. Even if it's Madison. I'll insert a photo of someone swatching these for you. These are very nice colors. Now this is also a Kohl's exclusive. This is their Lorac Metal palette, and it's their metal palette. And what they did, they took the same palette from last year, the Metals palette, and they changed the packaging. So this one is in a rose gold packaging. It is very gorgeous packaging. These are the beautiful shadows that are in there. So they have some really nice colors. These are very pigmented. They have very great color payoff. I do suggest that if you did not purchase this palette last year, you go get it now. This is an excellent palette to have and something you can do. If you have something like a Naked Basics or something and you've got some shimmers, or you've got the Shade and Light palette, you just throw this with it. You have multiple eye looks. So these are all shimmer colors, and it's 8 different shimmer colors. They got like the blue, and they've got like a greenish color. I want to say it's olive, but it's really not olive. But I mean, just gorgeous colors. So try this out. Lorac. So one of my other favorite purchases by Lorac was that Lorac Pro Palette 3. I was so excited when I heard this was coming out, because I told my best friend, I was like, I want to save my money for the Lorac Pro Palette 3. She's like, how do you know they're coming out with one? I'm like, I'm sure they would. They came out with one in the last 2 years. So yes, 3rd year in a row, we got the Pro Palette. So it has 16 mattes, 16 shimmers. And I like the way that they set this palette up, because the top row has cooler tones, the bottom row has warmer tones. And the top row of shimmers is cooler, the bottom row is warmer. I love that. Okay, so everyone loves the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. That palette aggravates me because the colors are all broken up. You have like I think like an olive greenish color that was metallic, and then you have like a dark brown all the way on the other side of the palette. Then you've got a light color at the top, another light color at the bottom, various different colors. Your transition colors are not even next to each other. It's all over the place, and when I look at it, it doesn't inspire me because I'm confused. I don't understand the lining up of the palettes. Whereas with other palettes like the Naked, you got all of your lighter colors and it just fades into your darker shades. Or like, I believe the Smoky did all of the shimmers and then did the 3 mattes after that. So that made more sense to me. That palette, the chocolate bar, made absolutely no sense in the placement of the shadows. So that was my biggest issue with that palette. I like the quality of the shadows. I like the looks I get from the shadows. But it's not inspiring for me to look at it because they're all over the place. The fact that they line these up definitely works well for me. I'll go ahead and... So this is the palette. It does have white casing, which does suck because if it gets dirty, you're in trouble. So it comes with your little plastic insert. I love these things. And then you've got your shades. And then you've got your shades. So, very beautiful palette, very much. And I cannot wait to use this palette. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use it until after I get back from Thanksgiving because I will not be traveling with a white palette. I do like these for travel because you get a lot of shades and you can just take one palette. You don't have to take multiple. However, I won't be carrying around a white palette. However, I will not be carrying around a white palette to travel with because I can see it in my makeup bag and it'll be dirty in days. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as it is and just put it with my other Pro palette and be done. Alright, another purchase that I made from Kohl's is the Love Your Selfie 2. The Love Your Selfie 1 palette. They do have a 2. I did purchase the 2, but I took it back. I wasn't really interested in it. I do love this palette, however. I love the shade Photo Bomb. But I like this palette because I love Photo Bomb, but also it's got nice shades that the fact that they line these up definitely works well for me. So this is the palette. It does have white casing, which does suck because if it gets dirty, you're in trouble. So it comes with your little plastic insert. And then you've got your shades. So, very beautiful palette. Alright, another purchase that I made from Kohl's is the Love Your Selfie 2. The Love Your Selfie 1 palette. They do have a 2. I did purchase the 2, but I took it back. I wasn't really interested in it. I do love this palette, however. I love the shade Photo Bomb. So I also got an eyeshadow from Julep. This is a single shadow. That is the color. I want to do a video and tell you guys all about Julep and about, how to get Julep products and the quality of them. I'd like to do a full face on Julep one day. The only thing I don't have is a Julep foundation, but other than that, I think I have enough to do a full face. That is the eyeshadow. So it's a nice little, titanium silver with little gold specks in it. It's a beautiful shade. So I definitely love Julep's products. I also got 2 polishes from Julep. I forgot to show you these. Those are the 2 shades that I got. There's one, it's like a clear with little silver specks, and the other one's got little gold specks, which will be great when it comes to New Year's Eve. Those will be great polishes to use, either one of them. Continuing on with eyeshadows, I did get the Urban Decay Electric palette, and they did discontinue this palette. I'm thinking because they came out with that new Spectrum palette. However, I was not impressed when I swatched the Spectrum palette. I do have the Spectrum from last year, and I did not purchase the one, and I do not plan on purchasing the one this year. I wasn't impressed with the quality of the shadows. I did, however, pick this up. I'm loving these shadows. And these are all of the shades, and it has a gorgeous mirror on there, but these are all of the shades. They're just really, really bright, colorful colors. And I think they're going to be great to do some nice eye looks with come next summer. Whenever, you're going out, something like that, and you can throw some color on. You're not going to work. One of the things I try to play with all the time is incorporating that color into a fabulous eye look and still making it classy enough to wear to work. So where you just have like either a pop of color or you have a lid of color, but it's not overly done because you've got a lot of other colors around it to mute it. So that's something that I do try all the time. If you guys have any colors that you would like to see me do this with, again, leave a comment below. I'd love to do it for you. This next palette, I don't think I really even have to explain it or go into detail about it. It is the Kat Von D Matte Metal Palette, or Metal Matte, whichever one it is. But this is a gorgeous palette, and it is a big palette. Lord, it's big. It comes with one of those cardboard things like the other shadow palettes do, telling you how to use them. And this is the palette. It's big, it's huge, and it flips open. It has the magnetic closings. It has a beautiful big mirror, and then those are the shades. And your top rows are all going to be metal crush mattes. I mean metal crush shadows, and the bottom row is going to be all mattes. I don't know if you could see the colors on there or not. Some of those colors in the middle look close to the same to me when I was running across the camera. But they're all different shades. I have two palettes here from Too Faced. I got the Totally Cute palette, which is really, really cute. I opened this up earlier, and I realized that you can decorate the palette yourself. The only thing it says on the palette is Too Faced. And then the rest of the palette is blank. You have the little guide on the inside that tells you the different eye looks you can get. And then you have your full shades of color. You have, it's 9 pans. So it does come with these little stickers that you can use to decorate your palette, which is really cute. They also had this peanut butter and jelly palette. It was limited edition, but for some reason it came back up on the Ulta website. So I went ahead and got it since I missed it the first time. I actually could have purchased it the first time because I was at the store plenty of times when they had it in stock. But I wasn't sure that I wanted it. But then I went over to my best friend's house and I swatched this color Jelly. And it was over with. So Jelly is this one right here. So it's a really pretty purple. So I went ahead and got it because I like that color. But I also like Peanut Butter and Peanut Butter Cup. And so I felt like it would be a nice little palette that I could throw if I was going like overnight or something. I could throw in a bag and it would definitely get it some use. Now this palette here is the Mario palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. That's the outside packaging, and then it comes inside of a case that looks just the same. It's the same as most of our other palettes with the magnetic top. It has the little plastic insert and a mirror, and then you have multiple shades, and they're all more so nude colors. None of them are really like pull that out a little bit. None of them are really like bright colors or anything like that. They're all really nude. So these are really nice. They have great feel on them. I don't have to tell you guys that. You guys have tried Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows. They're just, I mean, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing shadows. And I'm very tempted to go and purchase this palette again just so that I have a backup of this palette, because the shade range is something, this is something I could definitely use every day. I keep trying to talk myself out of spending money on another palette because I'm like, another palette will come out, Tiffany, and you'll like it just as much. But I really just don't know. Plus, I have a lot of palettes that I haven't touched, so it doesn't make sense to have two of one palette in your collection. However, I'm really tempted to go buy another one just in case in a year or two I'm out of this and I still would have it, because these shadows are phenomenal. But all I can think of too is more than likely in a year or two she might have some of these shades or similar shades in singles, because I mean, let's face it, she's gonna have to keep coming out with stuff to keep everybody interested. That's the way makeup works anyway. Alright, so I didn't know anything about this palette until I walked into Sephora and I swatched it. Had never heard of it, had never heard of Huda, had never heard of anyone talking about Huda. I don't know what rock I've been under,
but she's supposed to be this huge major makeup celebrity. So I have no idea. I'm sorry, Huda. I'm sure you're not watching my channel anyway. But I'm very sorry that I had no idea who you were. This palette is stunning. This is called the Texture Shadow Palette. It is Rose Gold Edition. And it just slides out of the casing like this. So I do like that. It's very convenient. It does not have a mirror. It just has this plastic top. It's a pretty sturdy plastic top, but it does have the magnetic closures. So it's magnetic to close. It does come also, not only does it have the plastic top, it has a spacer. And then you have all of these shadows here. And the top row, well, it looks like the bottom row from here. I guess there's no mirror on here. I can turn it this way. All of these shades and this one and this one are all like shimmers. The rest of these colors or the rest of these shades are all matte. And I heard some bad reviews on it and I've heard some good reviews on it. I'm sorry, but from what I've seen, this is going to be an excellent palette. I'm very excited to try this product. I can't wait. And again, this will not be till after the holidays for me to try that. I am taking my Mario palette with me to go to my grandmother's. I couldn't pass this up. It is the About Last Night by Marc Jacobs. So I had excellent reviews on this. Everyone talked so highly on it. So I decided I would go ahead and get this year. I love this palette. Again, it comes with the paper that tells you how to apply it. And it is a beautiful, beautiful gold palette. I mean, this is just gorgeous. And it's got a push kind of lid. And it has the little plastic insert. There is a mirror there, and it is a wonderful mirror. Oh my God, that mirror is great. No, 20 eyeshadows. And they are basically mostly cool tones, it looks like to me. So maybe that's why I was so drawn to this. You have a couple warm shades, but they're basically mostly cool tones. And this palette just like grasped me and was like, hey, look at me. So it's About Last Night. Very beautiful palette. And honestly, guys, I'm pretty confident I did not leave anything out. I kind of created a mess here because I'd filmed the video and I'd put everything up and then I had to pull it all back out because I realized that I hadn't been recording. So, oh, I know what I did. Nope, I got that. Okay, guys, so I think that is it for my haul. I do not think that I missed any products. If I did, I will save them to the next haul, or I will just use them and go from there. So please do like, comment, and subscribe. Again, ask me any questions that you feel free to. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys have a very happy Thanksgiving. When you see this video, it will probably be after Thanksgiving. However, I really hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. And everyone, if you're traveling, drive safe. Be careful. I am traveling. I will be gone until the weekend's over. And then back to work. And so I want everybody to travel safely. Have fun. Spend a lot of time with your family. Love someone. Alright, thank you guys. Y'all have a great day. Bye.